My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Over the Garden Wall. Now, I heard amazing things about this show. Everybody seems to love it, but I still went into it very skeptical just because these Cartoon Network shows that are well received don't typically end up being my kind of show. Like everybody loves Infinity Train, and I just watched book one and it didn't really work for me all that much. So I went into this with low expectations, but consider me pleasantly surprised. I liked this a lot, and already the more I think about it, the more I like it. Like I can see myself revisiting this a bunch in the future. And just genuinely, I love creepier animated stuff. And sure, this isn't Coraline, it's not Paranorman, but it's still filled with this atmosphere that really works, and it's filled with creepy imagery. Like there's this dark hooded spirit in the woods, and there's also this one girl who's possessed by this creepy spirit, and I just like stuff like that, and it still manages to be very funny. Like there's an entire episode dedicated to the characters on this boat filled with frogs, and they do that thing. Well, they're hiding under this giant coat and they're playing music. So even though you've got yourself some creepier moments, it still balances it out with some nice, light-hearted, funny moments. It's got some charming and sweet moments as well. And by the end, when you find out what's actually been going on, it's actually somewhat heavy. Like, it doesn't go into it as much as it could have, but it is dealing with some heavy ideas there. And I do think there's some rich character work in the fact that the main character, he's just kind of insecure when there's no reason to be. And I think it portrays that in a very smart manner. And I also love the animation style of it. It just feels like a far show. You know, it's just got these colors that stand out, and it's just got this atmosphere, like I said, and just the way that every bunch of characters or location is brought to life feels very lived in, and I love that about this. And even the way that the main character looks, just with the jacket and the hat, it's something so simple, but it just allows him to stand out. There's something iconic about how the characters look, so I like that. And the fact that it's a TV show that the entire season is less than 2 hours long, and I still got more from it than I do most other shows. So that should be commended. I think the voice performances are all really great. Elijah Wood, I love him in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I love him in The Lord of the Rings. I do think he's a very good, underutilized actor, if you ask me. And his voice performance is great here. He really brings his character to life in a pitch perfect way. But the voice actor who actually stole this entire season for me is Colin Dean. He just plays the little brother so incredibly well. He's funny, he's sweet, and his line delivery is always perfect. He captures the naive nature of younger kids so incredibly well. I also thought Melanie Lynskey was really good. Christopher Lloyd I thought was really good. And I love the music by Blasting Company. You know, each episode ends with this old fashioned sounding music, and I love that. And yeah, like, there's not much to say. Like, it's very episodic. Each episode has these characters going to a different location, interacting with different characters. But even though each episode is just 10 minutes, I was always surprised that was only 10 minutes because there was so much going on and there was so much to this world and to these characters, and I just thought it was very rich, and the way that the animation really brought everything to life, and there was this atmosphere that I loved, and it still manages to be funny. Like I said, I see myself revisiting this a bunch in the future. I turned it off a few hours ago and I was thinking a 7 out of 10, but just sitting on it already, I think I have to go higher. I think I have to go ahead and give Over the Garden Wall an 8 out of 10. I just love how original it is. You know, you got stuff from pumpkin heads to evil spirits to talking frogs to an evil witch to this girl that turned into a bird. It's just all over the place, yet it still feels very cohesive and it feels confident in everything it's trying to do. And yeah, I loved this a lot. But what did you think about Over the Garden Wall? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin, out.